This baby is gonna save our lives. So now I'm looking like the next William Shakespeare. Little noodle hair bits. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you from a very different angle of my room because why not? My highlighter is popping and I'm feeling good. Today we are going to be doing some hair stuff, which is a little bit of a new avenue for my channel, but I felt like it was necessary to talk about what I love doing to my hair when there's like a special occasion or when I just want to feel good, especially during lockdown, because we sometimes need a little boost, you know? I'm going to be sharing with you the products that I use and the processes that I go through to get my corkscrew hair. These are also referred to as straw curls sometimes because people do them with straws, but I prefer to do them with this life-saving tool that I'm going to talk to you about. So let's get into it. The tool I'm going to be talking to you about is behind me and I'm going to get it. I don't have an arm long enough. The video is not sponsored, I can reassure you of that. This is just my genuine opinions. Obviously, why would someone sponsor me when I only have like under 200 subs? Anyway, we're not going to talk about it. So I have got the Mark Hill Pick and Mix wand here with 3 different head attachments. Basically, it's a wand that you purchase and you can buy separate attachments like this, which looks mildly questionable, and this, which also looks extremely questionable. And you basically can pop them on into the little head like this, and they click, and it turns on, and it's basically like multiple curling irons in one, which is why I think it's so good, because you obviously are going to save money instead of buying like 6 different heat tools. It's really, really cheap as well. They sell it in Boots. I'll do some research to see if you can get it worldwide, just in case, because I don't actually know if you can get it outside of the UK, but I will try and find somewhere and I'll pop it in the description. So I have the little corkscrew curl wand head, and this honestly is amazing. I would say if you have longer hair than mine, which isn't super long anymore because I did get it chopped, then there is an extra long one, which I would probably say is better for you if you have long hair. So that is the tool, the big tongy wongy, okay, the wand, that's the wand. Let's begin with the process. So I'm going to plug this in because that's a good start. This tool does get extremely hot, so I would recommend using a heat glove, but I don't have a heat glove right now, so I'll probably burn myself about 600 times in this video. So to begin, I'm just going to be brushing my hair. This is my favourite hairbrush at the moment. I literally love it so much. It's exactly like a tangle teaser, but just like more gentle, which is insane because I love tangle teasers so much. I never thought I'd be able to have another brush, but this one is up there and it's so cute too. It's from a brand called Lily England. I was actually gifted it, but that does not mean that I would speak about it if it was bad, but it's amazing. So as you can see, it is slightly oily at the moment, but that is exactly what we're aiming for. We don't want it to be so clean that the curls just slip out. We want there to be some texture and some grit to your hair, which is where this comes in. And yes, it's a mini size Batiste because it was a Christmas present. I'm not going to go and now buy a big one just so I can use a big one. So I'm going to use a little one. It's in the scent Blush, which is amazing, and it's pink, so of course I'm a fan. I endorse anything pink, I always will. So I'm just going to pop this into the roots of my hair. I know I need to get a brunette dry shampoo, but don't come for me. I know I'm going to look like an actual snowman. But I actually really rate dry shampoo. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it really does do bits for your hair. Like, it does add such good texture and volume. I'm just rubbing this into the roots because I want it to liven my hair up and also obviously absorb the tiny bit of oil, but it's more for the part that we need texture in our hair for this, because we need it to be like woohoo instead of just 10 out of 10 for explanation. I'm just gonna comb this through again, just my roots, and this gets rid of the product but leaves the results, which I love. What I'm gonna do is slightly reversed to what other people do. I haven't ever seen anyone else do it this way, but I just find it a lot easier for me for some reason. I actually deal with the top part and then work my way down when I'm curling. I find when I start from the underneath sections, then I always end up losing my arm strength by the time I get to this part, and then the top of my hair, which is the most prominent part, looks disgusting because I run out of energy. So I like to do it the other way, so if the underneath layer looks a bit dodged, then no one's gonna notice. So I'm gonna section the top part off and leave it, and then grab the rest of my hair and section that off. So just section that off into a little bun underneath my top section, and I'm going to work with this section first. So I'm also using the Lily England comb, which is this not the most me thing you've ever seen? I'm just gonna part my hair because it's looking crazy at the moment. I don't want a side parting, I want a middle parting because it gives me more volume. Then of course do not forget your heat protectant. So I'm just gonna hold this quite far away and just spritz. Just sprayed it on my laptop, that was clever. And then once we have done the heat protect, it's time to begin. So I'm just taking a relatively small section, and of course I'm going to be curling away from my face because I think it suits me more. And just wrap this section around the barrel, of course, and try not to burn the end of my fingers. And I'm just going to hold it for about 10 seconds, sometimes 8 seconds, depending on if I'm actually energized enough to hold it for long enough. And then we're gonna let it down. I just catch it, if I can, in my hands. I let it set for about 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, and then let it drop. And yes, it does look absolutely insane when you first do this. It looks like you literally have really short hair, but I promise you when it drops it looks amazing, so just bear with me. So as you can see, my hair length pretty much only just fits on this barrel, so you would need to get a longer one if you have longer hair than me. I literally look like one of those people with like those wigs in the courts, you know, those like blonde wiggy people. Yeah, it always looks a little insane when you first start. Honestly, you look a little bit like you've lost your marbles, but I promise you it will look so good when you're done. I'm gonna get back to you once I've finished all of this upper section. So now I'm looking like the next William Shakespeare, but you can continue with the rest of the hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all my little noodle hair bits, and I'm going to pop them up into a little pineapple ponytail. I literally look like I'm from an institution at this point. I'm going to take the rest of the hair out of the bun, and I'm going to section off another section of hair, and then you can see I've now got 3 sections. One is my noodle bouncy part on the top, this is the next section we're going to curl, and this is the final section that we will curl. So I'm going to pop all the straight ones next to the noodle hair, and I'm going to pop all of this into a small little bun at the back. I don't even feel like this makes any sense, I'm not gonna lie. Just follow what I'm doing with my hands, basically, don't listen to me waffling. So I've gathered all the straight bits, and I'm gonna section them into 2 and pop them around each side of my head. And you can see the sheer length difference in my straight and noodle hair, so that's nice. So I'm just gonna flip the noodles back, and we're gonna begin on this section of hair, and my arms are already killing me. It takes me so long to do my own hair. Like, I watch other people and they do it within like 10 minutes, and there's me like, I can't do it. I also forgot to say there's another cool feature about this wand. Specifically, if you get this handle, it does this really cool like L-shaped gun looking shape thing. It basically enables you to do like the other side of hair without you having to like use a different arm. I think it's pretty intelligent thinking. I'm very glad they incorporated that into my handle. So we're going to begin on this section of hair, and I hope I don't collapse by the end of it because it's taking me forever, but never mind, we're just going to continue with a positive outlook, of course, and not focus on the fact that I look like ramen or ramen, whatever, however you pronounce it. This, I can see a serious resemblance right now. Whenever I curl my hair, it always reminds me of that meme of that poor girl who literally like curled her hair and it will just come off in her hands. Honestly, every time. Oh, that's hot. So as you can see, it's looking very shiny, very noodly, but you can see it's also beginning to drop a little bit, and it's also gaining some length, which is great. That's what we want. Now I'm just onto this section, and then I'll be back. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. I'll see you in the future, bye! Right, so I absolutely hate myself because I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. But at least it spared you the boredom of having to see me curl my hair and waffle for hours, so that's fun. But we have fully curled all of the pieces of hair. I'm feeling pretty good, pretty girly, pretty bouncy. So I'm gonna now begin to style it. So I'm gonna grab some hairspray, which is the most important ingredient in this whole thing. Literally, if I didn't have hairspray, my hair would just literally be straight in about an hour. So this baby is gonna save our lives. I'm just literally gonna spray it everywhere and probably eat it in a second and inhale it, and it will now become my lungs. Scrunch. Yeah. Oh, scrunch. Don't inhale it. Try and do this in a well ventilated area because your lungs will become probably asthmatic from this. Take it from me, don't do it. Other side. If you were, say, going out and you done your hair first, then it's probably good to leave it like this and don't style it until the moment you're literally leaving the house, because I find once you style it then it's more likely to drop. So if you do want it to stay quite curly, leave it like this for a while and then maybe do this in about an hour. I'm gonna grab a little bit of hair oil. This is the Aussie 3 Miracle Oil Smooth. I'm just gonna grab 2 pumps of that, rub it between my hands. I'm just gonna be scrunching this into my curls because your hair will obviously get quite dry from curling it with heat, which is why I like to stay away from it, but lately I've been kind of doing it a lot more because it makes me feel good. Once all the oil has been dispersed onto the curls, then I'm now gonna go in with my fingers and I'm just gonna separate the curls. I really wouldn't brush it because it will turn into a frizzy mess. So just separate it with your hands. Again, not too much, you just want it to look like it's natural. Yeah, as you can see, it's looking amazing on this side. It's very volumized and this side just looks very noodly still. I'm now gonna separate this side and you'll be able to see the difference immediately. So that is pretty much it. And as I say, it does drop throughout the day, so if this is too curly for you, then I would recommend doing this a couple of hours before you go out and then letting it drop naturally. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too much of a shambles considering I lost like half my footage, but that's life, it happens. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to me to see more from me in the future, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I do upload. Stay safe, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!